Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to SD Best Friends. SD, it's open-ended. Could be Schmoedown, could be social distancing, could be standard definition. I'm not sure. You tell me what you want it to be. But anyways, welcome to the show. I have some lovely ladies. It's ladies' night this evening on the show. First up, we have the one, the only Miss Emma Fyffe.
Hello.
Welcome, Emma.
What is going on? Well, you were bringing me, and I was furiously playing with the lighting settings in my room, which has now also become my studio. Playing with how much light I wanted or whatever in the background.
Like this scale of, is it too bright?
Yeah,
is it not
I know.
good
I'm
enough?
like, I feel like the color balance is bad. I'm circling through the different colors on my ring light. So you know what? We'll get it sorted by the end of the night.
Get it right. It's gonna happen. Also joining the show today, you know her, you love her. It is Kate Mulligan, or Mate Culligan, if you read her name at the bottom, which you can't see right now, but I can.
And
hello.
Her weird looking armpit.
Welcome, weird looking armpit.
Yeah. Hi guys. How's everyone?
We're doing good.
I'm not messing with any lighting because I just have living room lighting. So sorry about that.
I love it. I love it. And last but certainly not least, the one, the only, the favorite, Miss Clarke Wolfe.
Hello, everyone. Hi, ladies. So good to see you.
Oh, good to see you. Thanks for coming on.
Oh my gosh, thank you for the invitation. I am so happy to be here, spending a lovely, good Shabbos to you. And you know, but it's so good to see you, ladies.
And you all have some sort of beverage, I'm assuming.
Yeah,
you don't have to.
I have like the
nice. Wow.
What remains of this glass of wine, which by the way, this wine glass says Obliviate on it. I don't know if you probably can't really see it on the camera, but anyway, cheers.
Cheers, ladies.
Cheers.
Oh yes, and I put ice cubes in my wine because I'm classy.
It's a bazillion degrees outside. Go with it. It's totally
if you're in the valley, especially, Emma and I live close by. It's hot, very hot in here.
Very hot, very hot.
It is, but I gotta tell you, I don't want anything to water down my alcohol, so I would get some of those those plastic ice cubes.
Exactly. That's really smart because
or you could just
what was I thinking?
Yeah, or you could just like freeze wine in ice cube trays.
Oh, there you go. Wow.
Wine ice cube.
Whoa. That is also smart.
You get double weird armpit on that one.
Yeah.
The highest honor.
Smart.
I gotta tell you, Clarke just like waved at us, and I was like, "Wait, okay, so not everybody's armpits look weird on the internet. It's just mine."
Really I mean, you didn't even see
that. It's like sinewy and strong, and mine's like,
well, what else am I doing? I don't have children. I don't have a family. I don't have loved ones. So
you have Rufus. Come on,
I have Rufus.
Rufus, so cute.
Rufus is. Yeah, he only wants to hang out with me so much. So yes, it's just me and my Pure Bar membership at this point. So
were you tempted to go back to Atlanta for this?
No.
Easy answer.
Not in a weird way, but just I have a good situation here. I'm happy here, and Rufus and I are cool, you know. And my mom and dad have each other, and they're fine, you know. So it's all good.
Yeah. Now with Pure Bar, both you and Emma do that.
That is correct.
And do you do your regular check-ins? How does that work when you're at home? How does that happen?
So Brittany, the woman who owns our studio, basically co-opted a teaching website that's normally used for things like online coursework. And so what they do is she uploads the classes there, just like a professor would upload a class that would have a class assignment where you'd have to submit your class. Then there's a space like attached to that class to submit your class assignment. So basically we submit class assignments. You have to submit like a little video or a photo of part of the workout. And you have to export it in a really small file size because your iPhone default records things at a pretty high file size, or at least mine does. Maybe I need to mess with my iPhone settings. But I always export it at just a lower resolution. And I submit maybe like a minute and change of any given exercise. And then we get not graded on them, but we get feedback on them, and then you get class credit. And
So Emma, fun fact, I was also uploading videos at first, and then Brittany messaged me and she was like, by the way, you can just send a photo. And I was like, oh, Okay, because I was doing the exact same thing.
I'm like so
different rules for different people.
Yeah, so like what I've been doing is I just like record the workout or part of the workout, and then I just screen grab like an image and then just upload that and write like, how's my posture? And that's
and then they give you feedback.
I write like an essay with mine. It's like I need to calm down. My comments on my submissions are getting like loopier as
well. Obviously, Brittany thinks you need to be submitting.
Clearly,
she did not call you off.
She did not. She was not like, yeah, you don't have to do that. I mean, maybe it's because my videos were so weird. Because Emma is much more tech savvy than me. So yeah, she might have just been like, "This is
good.
It's fine."
Did you wait? Are you still doing cardio cosplay? Because that has been one of my favorite things.
Okay, so I haven't done it this week. I've still been exercising, but it's funny, when I decided I was going to do that, I didn't realize how like my emotional state would factor into that. Because sometimes like when you're about to work out, you're just like, I don't want to deal with this. I just want to get this over with. I don't even want to be here. And so doing it in a costume. But I do have one planned for tomorrow.
Okay.
That I think that you, Brianne, especially will very much enjoy.
I'm excited.
So tomorrow, the 25th, I will have one up.
I'm gonna check that out.
Can we go back real quick? Are you guys becoming pure bar instructors? Is that, or you are pure bar?
No, we just worked out.
No, we just
work out at the studio.
Yeah, we go to the studio.
I for years taught at the bar method.
Bar method.
And I was like, the training, I'm not kidding you, it was like one of the hardest things I've ever done in my life.
Oh, I can only imagine, because
we had to take an anatomy test. We had to like there's certain words you can't say in class.
Yes.
And it's not like it's not like cunt. It's like pardon me. But it's like I went for it, Brianne. I'm sorry. It's like you can't say and like it's or like there's certain things you're not supposed to, you're just supposed to say, keep it there. You're supposed to say keep going. Like it's all of these
like mind tricks and stuff like that.
Yes, it was so hard. And I was like, oh my God, you guys have to do that from a distance? That's hard. Okay, no,
no. We both just belong to the same studio.
Well, and for the record, let's not let my weird armpits being a ringing endorsement for the bar method, because I haven't done it in years. It was years ago. It was pre-kids.
Your armpits look very athletic.
Yes, they look very athletic to me.
Yeah.
Look at that.
Yeah, it's like it's really solid. There's no like jiggle. Yeah, it's good.
I'm doing okay.
That's okay. It's right there. I have a joke about, well, Brianne, you're probably the only one that would understand this, but I'm like, I am super, super flat now that I've had kids. But like when I lay down, my armpits are stacked.
Yeah, that's pretty much mine.
Just thick as all.
Anyway.
That's interesting that you were instructor or you were a instructor of the instructors?
No. Sorry, okay. I was a teacher. I was just I taught at Studio City like a couple years ago, and then I taught in West Hollywood, mostly in West LA for years, like 3 years.
Nice. Oh, nice. I have been wanting to become an instructor for body pump, but I always look at the instructors and I'm like, I'm just not there. I'm not there, like physically, and I'm like, but I really want to do it.
I was the most painfully normal looking of all the instructors, for the record. Everybody else had like been like point dancers in their past, and I was like, I really like to have fun.
I will also say though, that's part of the reason why I like our studio so much.
Yeah, me too.
Because all of our instructors look like regular
normal
people.
I love that.
It's not like, every now and again we would have like a model / dancer as a teacher, but they were always, it's such a wonderful, positive environment. But for the most part, our teachers look like regular people. And that's part of the reason why I like going there, because I don't feel
and like the clientele at our studio also, I feel like it's such a broad range of shapes and sizes and body types and ages. Like it's I really like our studio a lot.
Yeah, same. Especially for LA.
Like, oh my God, right?
Well, it's so funny because I used to have to sometimes sub in Brentwood, and there was, I don't think there's a statute of limitations that's gonna come back to get me, but there was a woman who truly, who was a client there, who truly brought just a sack of her jewels with her
What?
and kept them with her. I swear I could not make this up.
No.
A sack of jewels. And she just, because she didn't trust, this is where it gets real nasty. She didn't trust her cleaning lady.
Right. That's what I thought you were going to say, unfortunately.
Interesting.
Every time somebody in LA does something horribly racist, take a sip.
Well,
That woman. She was really, and she was very old. She was just like, I can't. I don't know. I keep them with me. It's like,
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
interesting. Anyway, one other thing that I really like.
brought the morale of this show.
No,
down.
it's fine.
so
By the way,
fascinated
pay
by
no
this.
attention to this bag that I have. Right?
Of
It's not
jewels.
a bag. It's not a bag. Not a bag at all. Don't look at it. Don't look at it. Don't look at it.
It's so weird. Clarke is
Not
so
weird at all.
classy.
No.
Clarke is so classy. She keeps
She's
her
so
jewels
classy.
with hers.
She does. She keeps, that's
in reach.
That's what it is.
It's
That
in
is what
reach.
that's what it is with Clarke. Is that the jewels are so much part of her classy aesthetic. It's not that she doesn't trust her
It's just
cleaning
pearls.
lady.
Exactly. I just keep them here just in case I need to add a little more class on top of
Yes.
things.
I was going to tell you, ladies, another thing that I really have been enjoying during this time is this YouTube channel that's called 567 Broadway, which is basically almost like Richard Simmons, but it's like
but
he's younger and he does all
Okay.
Broadway stuff.
That's awesome.
So everything's Broadway. I think you'd love it. I
does
went to
sound
his
fun.
class once in Beverly Hills to do The Greatest Showman with them because I saw them on
Oh, that's
Instagram doing The
right.
Greatest Showman. I was like, I need to join this class. And so then I went and it's amazing. It's so much fun.
But it's like
So-
it's like an aerobic workout.
Yes, but it's not too difficult in terms of
Same.
like cardio. Like you could make it through and not
Yeah.
be like, oh my gosh, what's happening? You know, like
my
it's
roommate
I
is
love
really into the fitness marshal. I don't know if you guys have ever done any of his videos, but they're
No.
really fun. It's all like just good dance jams, but he breaks them down into like really dancey aerobic workouts. It's really, really fun.
nice.
I love all the old school jazzercise or Jane Fonda
Yeah.
workouts.
I was going
or
to say my
people-
roommate's been doing the Jane Fonda workouts.
Yeah, or
No,
people who
she's
are
back.
doing like 80s inspired
Yeah.
types of like Instagrams and stuff. There's one Instagram
nice.
out of Australia and they do a live thing like every Saturday, but they have videos but they're all
That's
like,
fun.
they've got the filters on. They're all dressed like total
Yeah,
80s workout.
baby.
They use all the music, but it's like, it's really clever. And I love that people are enjoying that. That just makes me very happy.
Yeah.
Oh, have you guys taken up? Oh, Paul didn't
Oh,
see us.
Paul, you can
Oh,
continue your thought
Paul.
and then we'll read this.
Have you guys taken up any strange hobbies during this time?
Mm.
I
was like,
finished
well,
redecorating.
Oh, you did?
That was,
Oh,
yeah,
that's no
that was
fun.
my biggest thing. So I've been doing that.
I
That's
like
great.
rewired all the internet in my house so I could set up a streaming studio in my bedroom.
Sort of. I feel like I
Perfect.
saw that answer coming.
Yeah.
but,
Yeah.
um,
I'm gonna have to say becoming an alcoholic because I don't drink. Like I did not drink alcohol before
Really?
this. Really, yeah, it was not
Like
like
ever?
a regular thing. I mean, ever, yes, but like it wasn't a.
Yeah.
I'm gonna do this each night. So
no, of course not every night. But like, would you drink once a week? Like, if I'm your
Mm-mm.
doctor. Hi,
no,
Brienne, how are you doing? How many drinks do you drink? Do you smoke cigarettes? No.
No.
How many drinks would you say you have a week? And this is where I'm always like, which lie do I tell?
I would say like, do you mean a month? Because I would say like 1 or 2 a month. So,
Wow.
so yeah.
Do kids get easier the older they get?
no, it just changes.
Wow.
Never
Good for you.
easier. Just changes.
Yeah.
I definitely, there's no question. I mean, I feel like everybody's really going through it. I was actually thinking, like, what are people who really struggle with alcoholism or struggle with drinking? Like, what are they doing during this time? Because everybody,
I don't know.
all of us are making the jokes about like, I'm going straight from quarantine into rehab. I'm like, but like, honestly, I really feel for people who have no
Yeah,
way
me
of
too.
coping with this, because this is truly the way I'm
It's
coping
true.
right now.
It's interesting. I don't know if you guys have made this observation at all, but I am noticing that whenever I go out for a walk or go out to pick something up or whatever, I feel like I'm seeing a lot more people smoking.
Oh, interesting.
Ooh.
Interesting. I
Interesting.
haven't noticed that, but
Yeah.
I'm sure you're right. I'm sure you're right. I'm sure people just need something to take the edge off whatever that is. Yeah, I definitely have been drinking more frequently. I feel like I've defeated wine. I beat wine.
You beat wine.
I beat wine over.
Wine 0. Clarke won.
I won. I won this one. Yeah, but it's also just, you got to do something.
I know that's I think what it is it's like there's no social, like I can't socialize. I mean, of course I can, but like I think there's not a single night that I don't like count down till 5 p.m. and think like, what's tonight? Like last night it was wine for me. Tonight it's beer. Tomorrow it's gonna be a shit show.
Listen, I after that Stanley Tucci video, I'm going straight to the liquor store to get everything I need to make Negronis. I tell you what.
Oh, what's this video? What's this video?
I know, what's the video?
Oh man, there's this amazing video on Twitter. If you haven't seen it, it's Stanley Tucci making cocktails, specifically making a Negroni, which is already a cocktail that I love. And he's like all like trim and fit, and he's got his shirt tucked in, and he just is like his way of doing it. And he's so meticulous and specific about it, and is like, listen, you got to get a good sweet vermouth. Don't get that that martini brand stuff. Stop it. Not that. Like, it's so good. It's so good.
We all need sassy Stanley Tucci in our lives.
We do.
Since, 13 going on 30, maybe even before, but now we really know. Or Devil Wears Prada or whatever.
I was about to say Devil Wears Prada.
Was he in both of them?
Yes. Well, he was in Devil Wears Prada. I don't know. I'm pretending.
Yeah, I just saw him he was in The Core, and he had hair, and I was like, what? Hair? I loved him in Easy A also. So
my God, I was just about to mention Easy A.
He's lovely in everything. He's so good. And Burlesque. Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Let's see it. Let's get to Paul Denuzzo's comment, which is, greetings, ladies. Some of the Action Army were having a talk earlier, and we want to know where you rate the film Big Fish out of 5. Much love to you.
Thanks for the question.
Yeah.
Thanks for the love.
Yes, thank you.
I don't care for Big Fish. That's probably going to surprise no one.
Yeah. I was going to say, I feel very neutral about Big Fish. It's one of those things where I'm like, I know I watched it one time.
I did too. I want to say that I loved it after I watched it, but that also I'm so basic that probably doesn't surprise anyone.
No, lots of people love it. Also, it was very popular and it became a Broadway show, so clearly it resonated.
Yeah, I'm like, now I'm literally like, have I seen the movie? Or have I listened to the soundtrack of the Broadway show?
Albert Finney and Ewan McGregor.
Yes, and Ewan McGregor for sure. Yeah.
Got it.
And Albert Finney, formerly known as Daddy Warbucks, right?
Yes, that's my Daddy Warbucks.
That's his most important role.
The real thing, Clarke, is who's our Miss Hannigan?
Oh, Carol Burnett.
Carol Burnett.
It has to
there's
be
only one. I mean, sorry, Kathy Bates and anyone else.
And anyone else. Not even worth mentioning.
Was it Cameron Diaz? Was Cameron Diaz the one in the recent one?
Oh, I think you're right.
Yeah.
Or was it? Wait, Rose Byrne was Grace, right?
Yeah. Yes.
Rose Byrne was Grace.
Mm-hmm.
And obviously Jamie Foxx is Daddy Warbucks.
Right.
I think that's Cameron Diaz.
I could get behind that.
Cameron Diaz.
Yes.
I know.
That's how I feel about it too.
What?
Exactly.
Stop. I will eat my hat if I don't have a hat. I will eat my jewels.
That I have right next to me.
My satchel of jewels.
I will say that out of it was Cameron Diaz as Miss Hannigan. Janine just confirmed it. So Janine knows. What I will say then is because I feel pretty neutral about Big Fish, I feel like I'll give it a 3.
That's what I would say.
It's a movie.
I would say a 3.
I would give it
because I like
not that high.
Yeah,
I don't know. Maybe I'd give it a 4 or a 5. But the problem is, so to bring this down a bit, the last movie I saw with a friend was Big Fish because he had cancer, and so it was like a real tough watch.
Yeah,
and so I will always just think of him when I think of that movie. So that's why I have like such love for it.
Mm-hmm.
Do you feel like,
all those emotions.
Do you feel like Clarke shitting on it is like Clarke just disrespecting
your friend who passed away?
Yeah. Do you feel like
what do you think?
Okay,
is that complicated for you at all, Brienne?
No.
Okay, but listen, let's get back to Annie though, because how many of us have been in a production of Annie in our lifetimes?
Oh no! But I've sang songs from it.
Only me?
I've
nobody.
never.
Oh my God!
Nobody wanted me to sing.
I would love to play Miss Hannigan.
That's who I played. I played Miss Hannigan. It's like one of the most fun parts alive.
There was one of your pictures that you posted recently, Emma, that I had Miss Hannigan vibes from.
Yes.
And I was like, you look somewhat like Miss Hannigan.
It was the cosplay that I did for the blood curdling that we did last last Saturday. Yeah. So so I used to do this show, or actually really Hyper RPG used to do this horror anthology show called Blood Curdling Tales of Terror. Clarke was on it one time. And so Cameron Rice was the GM, and they were just one shots, and every single one was sort of like a different horror archetype. And so we revived it on Cameron's Twitch channel last weekend. Yeah. So I was a wealthy divorcee, but we were supposed to be on a cruise, so that's why I had just like the kimono and a bathing suit on. But it wasn't.
Jake Yakavetta says, I'm drinking and smoking more, but haven't gotten to daily live event Jake levels.
Oh, Jake.
I like that. I like that analogy. That description. I know exactly
we all know.
what you're saying. I know exactly what you're saying.
I love that. I wasn't even at the event in Atlanta, and people reporting back like, Jake just fell.
People reporting.
People were like,
Jake just fell.
Jake just fell.
Movie Fanobi says, for ladies' night, Kate, you were awesome reading Fargo quiz.
Oh, thank you.
Partial Fyffe Club reunion, excellent. All led by wonderful, beautiful Brienne. Oh, thanks. Oh, my goodness. Music stream with Ellis Kaiser and your skull cap rocked. Guitar? ? I don't know what.
Oh yeah, Brienne, you've been playing your guitar. How is it going?
I have. It's been going pretty good. I just posted on my Instagram me doing an acoustic version of Ice Ice Baby, but it's like my first kind of attempt at it, so it'll get better. We'll see.
I feel like this really lends itself to you reaching to your right and moving your bag of jewels and then picking up your guitar.
Unfortunately, I don't have my guitar down here. I did last week though. So man, we just missed it.
Next week.
I feel tell my husband to go get it, but
I was gonna say I also feel like Emma and Clarke could hold the ship down while you ran and got it. I'm just saying, listen, I don't want to direct your show.
Here, let me see if Jeff will do it.
Just saying, I feel like
please. He's gonna bring it down.
And then we can do a sing along.
I have a ukulele. I really practiced it for a couple of weeks and then just don't have the discipline to learn a single instrument. I don't have a lot of discipline in general, actually.
Yes.
Fun fact. So I'm so proud and impressed by people who learn.
Yeah.
You know what? The thing is, like, I have to have a teacher. Because if I don't, then I will do the same thing and I'll just like not do it. So I have a teacher that I meet with every Sunday. Now it's via FaceTime. It helps that he looks like Jared Padalecki. So I'm always like, oh
yeah, that
doesn't sound bad.
So then, I have to.
You'll know Kate when you see. You'll be like, oh, that guy.
People just bought guitars.
There you go. So I have to. He has homework that I have to do, and I'm like, I have to make it sound okay because I'm very embarrassed if it's going to sound terrible. And I'm like, I know like his job is to listen to bad guitar, but it's really hard for me to like know that he's listening to bad guitar. I'm like, So
how did you push through? My husband once tried to teach me like just like a couple chords. There's something that your finger, it's so deeply uncomfortable.
It is. You have to. I'm at a point where they're just disgusting. Number one,
Are they calloused? Did they finally
they're just constantly calloused. Yeah,
that's great. That's what you need, right?
Yeah, that's what
I can't feel the tip. Like I can't feel the tips of my.
That means
anymore.
You are definitely practicing.
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. I try to practice every day, but it doesn't always work out. But yeah. There is another thing that came in. Hold on. Here we go. Okay. Paul Denuzzo says, it hits critical when Jake loses his credit card for the third time in the weekend, and then either Janine finds it or he finds it in his wallet.
I hate when I lose my credit card in my own wallet. Yeah, it's the
worst. And then Movie Fanobi says, hubby, get the guitar, please. We all win now.
Yeah.
Sorry to force this, but I'm not actually sorry.
Does Jeff still have no hair?
Yes.
Cool.
He still has no hair. Maybe he'll make an appearance. Maybe he'll make a cameo. No, he's shaking his head at
Are
me.
you in a basement or are you on the first floor of a?
Okay, so I have like it's technically 4 levels.
Yeah.
The very first level is the
What a
garage.
flex.
The
Okay.
garage and the door. And then you come up a stairwell and then there's like a sitting area
Okay.
out to the patio. That's the patio.
I'm going to
behind me.
guess where you live.
Okay.
Do you live on the east side?
No.
Oh. I was like, I feel like that's classic Silver Lake. Look at that flex. That's everywhere.
I do think that there are houses like that in Silver Lake, but no, I have been to Brienne's house, and I know exactly it's like a stepped house. Like there's a bunch of half floors.
Yeah.
We're looking to move, so that's yeah.
It's like
Because
such a great thing for spreading out during quarantine. Like, okay, we're gonna spend the next half hour on this level.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Well, our patio is just not big enough, and we don't like the parks are closed. I don't know, but we've been considering that for a while because it's like time for a yard with these children.
Mm-hmm.
Thank you. I appreciate it. All right.
Now the guitar is nearby.
That's good.
That's so weird. You just put it next to you because I thought in order to play guitar, you would have to pick it
Hold
up.
it.
I have to.
She's that good.
She actually plays through like telekinesis. Yeah.
Her brain is calloused. How do you feel about me bullying you into this? I'm very sorry. I'm 3 beers deep, so I think I've just maybe lost my consideration for others.
The problem is I don't have many songs of which that I can play.
That's okay.
I tried the Ice Ice Baby, but the problem is I don't know the strumming pattern for it.
So
Give us. No, sorry.
I can only play chords on guitar, so you're ahead of me.
Isn't Ice Ice Baby just playing Under Pressure by Queen or no?
Yes.
Okay.
Pretty much.
Debatably.
Okay.
I mean,
A court of law would say so.
It's a
I would say
beautiful
so.
guitar.
Yeah, it's a really nice guitar.
my daughter named it. Its name is Greta.
Greta.
I love that. Greta Gerwig.
Oh, you know what? If I'm gonna do that one, I have to have this piece.
Oh, your break or whatever they call that.
I have it. Oh no.
Your pick? Capo.
Capo.
Cap, yeah.
Okay.
That brass thing.
Or if you want to just play like whatever, just play something.
It doesn't have to be under pressure.
That's true.
Even though you are under pressure.
Yeah. I can sing it. Okay.
Singing too.
The thing is, I know some worship songs because I am in the choir at church.
Hey.
So I'll sing a part of it.
Please do Eagle's Wings. Please do Eagle's Wings. Please do Eagle's Wings. Please do Eagle's Wings.
I don't know that one.
Oh, okay.
All right. Let's see.
Here we go. Let's see. Nope, that's not it. That's not it. There we go. That's wrong. That's wrong. I'm gonna sing in the middle of the storm. This is not the right song. Okay, wait. Here we go. I'm gonna get it right this time. This is
sounded good anyway.
Dum, 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 dum. No, I'm just kidding. I'm a menace.
Little girls.
That's all I really know.
That sounds good for you.
That was good.
Also, Father's Arms. It's just a song about a dad. It's fine. It's just a dad song. So that's cool.
Yeah.
It is.
Oh, look, somebody sings this in church.
Nice, Danny.
There you go.
Good one. It's a good one. And luckily, it's pretty easy to do the chords for. As long as I know what song I'm singing. The other one, I was like, uh-oh, I'm in the wrong.
You have a beautiful voice, too. Are you all singers?
Yes.
Yes.
Cool. Me too.
All right. You know what we have not done? We have not talked about the Schmoedown match.
I'm sorry, which Schmoedown?
The you know,
SD. That's what the SD means.
SD.
Yeah,
I thought we were San Diego best friends because
We
when
are.
quarantine's over, we're all going to San Diego.
anything
I
SD.
legit would though if you want to go. Like,
Yeah.
I'm down, Kate. Let's go.
Really, I love La Jolla. Just saying, you want to go see some
Yeah.
seals?
Yes, let's go.
So we had Claudia Dolph of Corruption versus
Hmm.
Warfather of the Burning Droogs that came out today. And right before that match happened, there was a pretty hilarious cutscene with Kevin Smets and Chandru. I don't know if you guys caught that, but if you did,
saw like I didn't click on it, but I watched it play out on Instagram, and I was like, "This is too toxic for me." I don't.
I
I
love
just
it.
feel very conflicted about their relationship.
Listen, Chandru, I believe, I can't confirm, but there was someone who was playing in our Jackbox stream on Wednesday who called themselves the Chosen as their nickname when they got into the game, who I believe was Chandru. Definitely did not win. Definitely did not win Trivia Murder Party.
Wow.
Trivia Murder Party can be tough sometimes. That
Yo,
one.
Brienne, we played 5 times on Wednesday when we debuted the Schmoedown's Trivia Murder Party Twitch stream, of which I am the host.
Yes.
So we played 5 rounds of the game in total. I won 3 times.
Wow.
Good job.
So you're willing to do some things Schmoedown related, but you're not willing to do others, such as
That's
manage.
correct. That's
Sorry, I'm
correct.
going right in. I told you I was going to go in on it, Emma. I'm going in. Does everybody realize that I'm in the position I am because Emma passed up the job, passed up that job?
I passed it up too.
Oh,
Yeah.
Lord of mercy!
Sorry.
And I'm the rube that was like, okay, sounds fun.
Is it fun though?
No.
Fanobi would like you to sing in your
In my
manager
manager-
voice.
Oh God, you heard me
Oh,
singing.
that's
my
right.
manager
I
voice.
forgot that you were like Wisconsin mom manager.
It's just me being all my aunts. No, I also, that was the thing that was so Christian was like, so you're going to take over Emma's, you're going to be called the Den. The draft's in a week and, you're heel. And I was like, that's so, I can't, I can't.
You're like, I understood maybe 33% or less of that sentence.
I was like, I can't possibly be heel without being a character. Like,
yeah,
I can't stand. Like, I will sometimes be like, I'm sorry if that thing. Like, I'll say, like, ask Ben Goddard how many times I've called him after SEN, being like, when I did that joke, did that like upset? Like, I just get so in my head about it. So I was like, I've got to pick somebody who's annoying. So I picked that character, and Christian immediately after the first round in the draft was like, don't do that accent anymore. And I was like, fuck yo. And like, just kept doing it. And like, everybody hated it. And I think people still hate it.
Yeah,
anyway,
well, if you're a heel, that's correct. They should hate it.
Well, that's what I'm saying. They should hate it. But
yeah,
I love that. I love the fanny pack. So I think you're doing good things.
Fanny pack's really mine. Fanny pack's really mine.
Yep. I like
anyway,
it.
not to make this about me. Movie Vanobi, thank you for asking me to sing, but I think you already heard me sing SULLIVAN spell Sullivan.
I love it. I love it.
What were we talking about? Oh, Emma,
We're
you were
talking
talking
about
about
singles
the sorry.
match.
The Schmoedown.
No, singles match.
And
Claudia
the
Dolph.
Chandru cutscene. That's what we were talking about.
Yes.
So Chandru's now heel.
He's hilarious. Is he? Is that what this cemented?
Oh, I believe
I think
so.
so. I mean, that's what the chat's been saying, but it's so funny because I remember not the first time, but one of the first times I was calling one of Chandru's matches, and he came up and introduced himself, before the
very
match.
polite.
And he's so sweet and so friendly, and also he was dressed like Chewbacca, so it's just very hard to see somebody as being a bad guy when they're dressed like Chewbacca.
Well, and who like comes out and flosses before their matches, and by floss I mean like this kind of floss, which I can't do. By the way, I can't do that kind of flossing because growing up dancing, if I'm like, I can't do my hips in like a single plane. Do you know what I mean? Like I can't just go back and forth. Like I dip them. You know what I mean? Like I tuck right, tuck left kind of thing. I can't keep my hips in a single like parallel plane.
Emma's hips cannot be contained. Stop trying. Crossing popular dances. Just
That's
stop.
hilarious.
Can't do it. It's like weird hula hooping when I try to do it.
I did like his, you want to be in my TikTok? Like at the end. I don't know. Just makes me laugh. I thought it was cute. If I would say anything about the scene, I would say cute.
Yeah.
So cute.
That's just me. That's just me.
Yeah.
I
I think part of this came about though because he was kind of nasty to Brandon Hannah during their match. He had like a kind of nasty thing that he said, and we were all like, like it was. And I think like afterwards, like Winston talked to him and was like, if we're not going to be heel, you can't say things that make you a dick.
Yeah. That sounds like Winston.
Yeah. Anyway.
Yeah. That's very on brand. Yeah. Claudia Adolph.
We're back to her.
Crushed musicals in round 2.
Yes, she did. Round 1 was kind of rough for both of them.
Yeah.
And there were some that I was like, I think Warfather's last one that he got was he put sword and the stone, and I think when you hear it, I can see
I have just been hearing about sword and the stone every like Schmoedown adjacent thing I do.
Yeah, I can see how you can miss it when you are by looking at that board and seeing it's like an ampersand or a plus sign, and so you could mistake that for in for sure, like just like a quick glance at it. I can see how they might hear that rather than.
Well, I won't. Never
mind. Yeah.
I was gonna say not at that, at something else, but then I.
It's okay.
Not.
All right, that's fine.
Hey, Clarke, finish that glass of wine, then tell us.
I know. I need a production assistant to bring me another glass of wine, please.
Yeah, bring your cat to work.
Brianne, could you send your husband over to Emma real quick?
Yeah, exactly. Can he come to my house next? Emma and I live real close. We're basically neighbors.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they were tied at the end of round 1, and then his round 2 was like hers was a really impressive round 2, and his was fine. Like he worked through it. He had something she stole, so it was looking really good for Claudia. And then round 3 is just
that happens to everybody though. Like that has happened to William Bibiani time and time again, that he just gets 3 questions in round 3 that he does not know. It literally can happen to anybody. So yeah, I mean, again, I thought that she played great. They were very evenly matched. It just kind of was how the cookie crumbled, if you will, metaphorically speaking.
I don't remember what it was, but I think they re-aired my match against Ben Bateman. They redid it. It was like a flashback episode or something earlier this week, and I was on YouTube looking for something else, so it prompted me for that, but it was like, starting in 20 minutes or something. So I kind of poked around and skimmed through my match with Sam Levine, and neither of us got this was a championship singles match. Neither of us got this match well. Yeah, a single round 5, which is our traditional round 3. Mm-hmm. Both of us, not a 1.
Yep.
So it happens to everybody. We've all been there. You know what I mean? So they were like you said, Emma. They were very evenly matched in the overall, and so I think that that's impressive regardless.
It is.
I also would like to say William Bibiani just stood up wherever he was to come defend his honor. He's gonna come and be like, technically, okay, I know what you're talking about.
He's going to challenge.
But technically,
he's going to challenge my statement.
Yep, challenges. And then we're going to have to talk about it for 40 minutes.
And look it up on IMDb.
Love you. Just kidding.
Scroll through it on Netflix.
I do love that man. He's very smart.
He's
a nice guy, William Bibiani. He's great.
Yes.
Up for next week on the show is the Rock Stars with The Wicked and Swag with Rogue 2. Those teams are The Wicked is Jared Habon and Jim Vavida versus Liz Shannon Miller and Adam Hlavik.
Yes.
So
That's a great matchup.
I think that's a pretty good matchup too. I don't think we've seen Jared in a singles type match, or I mean, he'll be in teams, but like he hasn't played in this league. He's only been in Inner Geekdom.
Yes, he's only done Inner Geekdom. So this was Jared's first time. Which obviously we already filmed the match. Yes. I called the match. Spoilers.
But also other spoiler.
Other spoiler.
When Brienne mentioned this was the match.
Okay, you guys. I am totally honest. It was so long ago. I went. Who are these? Who are these teams? Never heard of them.
And then she goes, "Oh, I do know those teams because I called that match."
You know them. Love them.
There's a lot happening in the Schmoedown at all time.
And honestly, like off camera. No joke. When I initially introduced the teams, I introduced them backwards. So we had to film it again. Whoo, guys, I swear I'm very professional. Anyway, it would be really good for Roxy's team, which is whichever Rogue 2, which is Jared and Jim Vavida.
No, that's the Wicked.
Sorry, the Wicked is
Boston. Yeah.
Oh, that's right. The Wicked. You know what? That makes sense now. See, again, I obviously called it backwards.
I thought the musical.
I think for whatever, I thought a musical too. Or for whatever reason, I guess that I like, because like Roxy and Jared are friendly in real life, I associate him as being part of her fraction. You know what I mean? Yeah, You're welcome, Eric. Anyway, it was a fun match. I'm excited for you guys to see it. Yes, it is Jared's first time competing outside of Inner Geekdom. And then, Liz Shannon Miller and Adam Hlavik. That's again, Adam also is mostly known for Inner Geekdom. Right. So you have two competitors that are kind of like branching. Now, Adam has competed outside of Inner Geekdom. He's competed in regular teams before. And I think he's done singles once or twice. But yeah, so it's a nice sort of meeting of two very strong singles players in Jim and in Liz. But yeah, anyway.
There's some part of me that's sort of delighted that there's always this guise of like, we don't pre-tape the matches, but I love that now COVID-19's happened. Oh my Wookiee. What on earth is that?
Have a little Rufus cameo.
Oh my goodness. So adorable.
He's an Ewok. What is this
he is a little Ewok.
Rufus is very shaggy right now. He needs a haircut.
Rufus, me too, baby.
Rufus is gonna get a haircut as soon as the clippers come.
Oh,
and Mom's gonna do hair for picture day.
Oh my god, so
he's
cute.
And he's got a little hot spot right here. Too furry for Rufus. Can you say hi?
Oh my gosh,
hello.
That's the cute.
Rufus is a very good boy.
He's so good.
I clipped one of Rufus's paws today. I only got one in, but I got all.
Did you do the saran wrap with peanut butter thing?
Oh my god, girl. That woman is a genius.
Okay, wait. Tell us what this is.
This sounds sexy.
So there is a woman who I looked her up. I clicked on her profile when it was done because I was like, who is this? She's not even a comedian. She's like a nurse or something. Mm-hmm. She's this gorgeous blonde lady. And she put this video up on Twitter or on social media. And so she's sitting here looking into the camera. She's wrapped saran wrap around her head. And she's putting peanut butter on her forehead. And her boyfriend or husband or somebody was like, what the hell are you doing? And she's like, you mock me, but I'm a genius. Cut to, she sits in front of her dog. The dog starts licking the peanut butter off of her forehead. And she just goes, pow, 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 pow. And clips all of its nails. The dog doesn't look twice. And she's like, done, boom. And I was like, wow.
It's amazing.
Wow.
That's incredible.
Brilliant. Like, I was legit impressed.
Did you do it?
No. Because I've never clipped Rufus's nails before.
Oh yeah.
And so the apparatus was a little daunting, a little intimidating of the whole process. However, I am introducing him to treats. It's like, okay, if you sit there and you let me do one, you get a little one, and so on. Mm-hmm. So I have a feeling this quarantine thing is going to be lasting for a long time. So it probably will get to a
100%.
point where I have wrapped my head in saran wrap and covered it with peanut butter.
I have to, one of my cats, I really need to groom. I really need to brush him because his coat just gets really like thick and matted.
Yeah.
And I need to clip their nails too, but I'm going to have to start like cooking bacon for my one cat because it's like the one thing that he loves. If I'm cooking, this is weird. I know what if I'm cooking.
Go back.
Okay, but let me just tell you. So anytime I'm cooking bacon in the kitchen, I have one cat that comes and he just sits and like, it's his face. Like
Aw.
he like has convinced himself he loves bacon. I don't think he's actually had bacon, but
listen.
So you've never given him bacon?
Yeah, but
He just likes the smell.
He likes the smell. So I'll have to, clip his nails and then cook bacon. So he associates it with that. I don't know.
We're going to get a cat once this is over. So I'm looking forward. I'm looking forward to that.
You guys are going to get a cat.
Yeah.
Why don't you get one now?
I know.
Well, we
feels like
wanted
now
to.
the right time.
The problem is that we didn't want to have to go to the vet early for some reason.
Okay.
That was so we're waiting till we are a bit out of the clear.
That walks around my backyard. You want me to just bring that cat to you? There's like a random cat that lives in my backyard.
We have one that comes around every so often. Should just feed it. Should definitely just feed it.
I got to tell you, I know it's a healthy cat because it's white and it lives outside. I'm like, that cat takes
that cat's doing okay.
Yeah, that's how you know.
Great cat. That cat's fine.
So what is I was asked this on Chill to Action this week, like what's the first thing you're going to do when this is over? And I'm like, oh, that's a good question. What is the first thing I'm going to do?
I don't know that it'll be, hug everyone. Hug everyone.
Hug everyone.
I said the first thing I'm doing is taking my kids to grandma's house and be like, bye kids. See you later.
Yeah. Good idea.
I thought you meant so that they could see them. No, it's so that you could have alone time.
Yeah.
I
stay here a while.
You're horrible.
I'm not sure if it'll be able to be the first thing I do, but I know one of my first priorities of like stuff I need to take care of when this is over is, getting a haircut.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
Like hair. We talked about this on the Fyffe Club stream.
Yes.
We did, but you can't see it just because of the way the computer camera is, whatever. But my grays are. Oh, I'm old. And,
no way.
And like, you know what? I'm just gonna say it. I hope that this quarantine like has sort of shaken off all this pretense. I'm just gonna fucking say it. I want to go get Botox. I want to go get my Botox.
Yes.
I had just started this process and I was very happy with the results.
You look amazing.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And I want to go give them Botox. Like I want to do that. I want to do it. And I'm good for like 4-5 months.
Yeah.
But and the other thing that I really want to do is I want to go to Palm Springs. I'm a Palm Springs kind of gal.
Too.
That's so funny you say that, Clarke, because I'm actually trying to figure out, like, legally speaking, because I'm not quite clear on the rules. Could you not go to Palm Springs and Airbnb a place right now?
You
could, right?
You can. Right now, I think I was just told by somebody who did some research that with Airbnb, it's kind of at your own discretion kind of thing. So in theory, if you went for, and so much of what we're doing is like digital that like Emma, I know you were talking about maybe going and spending time with your family for a little while. And as long as you have the internet and the setup, like you're fine. So yes is the answer. I guess I just mean like, I want to go to the pool and have a bunch of people around and walk down to brunch and like do that whole experience. But if I had the disposable income, I would absolutely rent out a house for a week or two and go out there and just go.
A friend of mine who I work with at Universal was saying that one of his friends, I guess, he works in some sort of TV development sort of realm, but that's basically what he's done. I think that he maybe shares an apartment with people or something, and so he decided that he's like, I'm just gonna go rent a house in Palm Springs and I just live in Palm Springs for right now.
if my rent wasn't solely my responsibility,
right.
I would absolutely do that.
Yeah.
So
I've thought about the cohabitating with family thing too, because I'm like,
Yeah.
it would, but the problem is my dad is in the midst of cancer treatments, and I'm like, I can't get on a plane, go back to Chicago, and be like, here, we probably don't have it. Like, I don't know how we would even do that.
My parents are in driving distance from me. They're in Arizona. So that's why I would like to maybe go spend some time with them just to get a change of scenery. And like their house is really nice. They have a nice yard, and all the various state park hiking trails and stuff are still open around them because there weren't a bunch of idiots being like, well, obviously walls were the problem. Walls were not the problem, you guys.
Yeah.
Which is what caused a lot of the California parks to have to close down. So anyway, but they're like social distancing with a small group of friends, who are only seeing each other. And I'm not worried about my parents' decision at all. They're in no danger. I worry that me going there would be a danger to them.
I know.
Right? Because they only have like 40 confirmed cases, I think, in all of Yavapai County, if that.
Wow.
So
that's the thing is like, if you go out at all, there's a chance that you carry it. So unless you're going to do like 14 straight days of like only ordering like groceries, it's really,
oh my gosh, I've been only ordering groceries and only making our own food, and I'm going mad. Like I'm over it.
Yeah.
I don't want to do it anymore.
I've been getting takeout from local restaurants more often now because I figure I'm supporting local businesses, and it's stopping me from going absolutely insane.
I mean, I did order from Katz's Deli in New York because they like ship worldwide, and I was like,
nice.
Oh my God. I just saw Mark Maron on Instagram barbecue, a barbecue place from, I want to say Austin, but I can't remember where. Sent him a brisket care package. And he put it on Instagram, and I was like,
can we order those for ourselves?
Yeah, exactly. I was like, we'll buy that. Oh my God.
Paul Denuzzo says, speaking of chill, both Brianna and Kate's episodes were great fun. We would love to have Clarke and Emma on if interested.
Yeah, man. Message me on Discord,
Oh man, yeah, I want to order. So, what else have I ordered? I ordered Portos. Oh yeah, have you guys done Portos?
I love Portos.
I'm in Burbank, so I saw for the first time ever. I like went by Portos, and there wasn't a line out the door.
Oh yeah,
and that's when I was like, it's real. We're really in this thing.
Exactly.
It's really happening.
This is legit.
This is really. We're really in a crisis.
Yeah.
But I did their cheese rolls and meat pies and potato balls. And it was more than enough.
Balls. Oh, they're so good.
And I just made.
Sorry.
I just made a Double Trees cookie recipe the other day because they released it.
Snap. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. I want to make them too.
It's so good. It's the best thing I've ever made. Like the best cookie I've ever made.
What's different than a regular? I know the whole situation, but like, what is it that they do?
No, what's the ingredient? Yeah,
they have 2 sticks of butter. That might be it.
Well, that's a good start.
So 2 sticks.
That'll
of
do
butter.
it.
There's the regular brown sugar and stuff. They have rolled oats.
They use oats.
A lot of walnuts. That's like a big thing. And lemon. They have you do lemon in there.
That's the special ingredient.
That's it. That's got to be it.
Lemon in a chocolate chip cookie, or
I
like it. That's interesting. All right.
So I love double tree cookies. Who doesn't love double tree cookies? But this is my double tree cookie story. So
yes, tell us.
There's
I'm listening.
A relatively small. It's more like a medium-sized convention these days, but it's an anime convention that takes place in Los Angeles. It used to be at the Marriott by LAX, but they outgrew that space and now they go to the convention center in Ontario, which is almost connected to the DoubleTree. So the DoubleTree is where all of the guests stay. So I was and the last year I did that show, not only were they having guests stay at the DoubleTree, the majority of the panel rooms were in the hotel. So I like didn't have to go to the convention center at all. Basically, I like just did my panels in the same building as my hotel, and it was amazing. But I was doing a panel, and on mic, as people were just coming in, you know, we're there 5-10 minutes early, whatever. The audience starting to come in, and we're just chit chatting. And as I'm like making small talk with the audience, I'm talking about cookies and how I love the DoubleTree cookies and blah blah blah. Partway through the panel, like out of the rafters from a back room somewhere, a DoubleTree staff member comes out with a whole tin of DoubleTree cookies and delivers them to me on stage. And he's like, I heard you wanted cookies. I was like,
Aw.
oh,
That's
dang.
awesome.
What do we need to do right now to get them
Seriously,
to send them all?
I heard you wanted cookies. I want some cookies.
I've never had that sort of thing happen in my life.
Yeah. It was one of my finer moments, I have to say.
Oh, that's right. I'm
Asking
gonna go to a bank and just be like, God, I love money. Just wait, see if anybody brings me. And then out of the back room, they bring me a safe.
Hi, Sally.
Oh, I'm
Sally
sorry.
put
Did
up
I
a
just
comment.
steamroll something?
Yes.
Sorry.
No.
She was saying she
I
didn't know that DoubleTree cookies were a thing.
Oh, it's a thing.
Oh,
You
it's
get
a
them on
thing.
check-in and check-out or every night on your pillow. What do you get?
think
You
every
tell us.
night.
You can
Every
ask
night, right?
them, yeah, you can ask them for them anytime.
Yeah,
Yeah.
don't you get them when you walk in? Don't they usually
Yeah,
I
have
feel
them?
like they.
Yeah, when you get checked into your room, they give them to you, and then you can just go to the front desk and ask for them whenever you want, or just call the front desk. I've abused my DoubleTree cookie privileges.
I am going to make them again, but I'm going to try it without walnuts this time and see how that is, because my kids don't. I mean, the good part is like I got to eat like a lot of cookies because my kids were like, I don't want walnuts. And I'm like,
I
sweet.
love that about kids. They're such
Yeah.
idiots.
Yeah.
So
But yeah.
to answer Chris Adams' question
Yeah.
about the barbecue care package out of Austin, it's not out of Austin. It's Opie's out of Spicewood, Texas.
Spicewood, Texas.
Oh.
Yeah, every time Mark Maron goes to Texas, he goes to Opie's and he does talk about it. So they sent him this
I was going to say that name does sound familiar now that you mentioned
yeah.
it.
So he sent this awesome. They sent him this care package. I just looked it up, but yeah, that's what it was. It looked so good.
I'm going to say something. Nope.
No, go ahead.
No, you go. You keep going on that thought. This is totally different.
All I was going to say is that we have Bledsoe's here in town, and they're doing takeout. So maybe if I really want to splurge,
I know, yeah, Bledsoe's is pretty good.
What is Bledsoe's?
So Bledsoe's is Clarke. Do you want to take over? Sorry. There's this original joint down. I want to say, I don't want to get it wrong, and I don't want to be insensitive when I get it wrong.
Is it like Mid Wilshire? Would you
Mid
say?
Wilshire? I don't know.
Yeah, I would say it's Mid Wilshire.
Okay, so Mid Wilshire.
It's pretty close to where the milk jar that's in LA is open. You know what I'm talking about?
I think it's on La Brea.
Yeah, it's on La Brea and it's La Brea Wilshire-ish. Yeah.
Okay. So basically these guys that ended up they own now Prime Pizza, they own Golden State, they're just like these, I forget what their names are, but they ended up buying this. There was this guy that was like, he's like an LA staple who like had this barbecue joint called Bledsoe's, and they sort of folded that into their brand of, we used to live in West Hollywood, so like we'd always go to Golden State. We'd always like go at Colfax, like has the most amazing breakfast burritos. They're all like these. They use like Bledsoe's barbecued potatoes. I mean, it's unbelievable. But yeah, Bledsoe's like they've sort of franchised it out, I guess is how you could say it. But it's amazing still.
And
so
what
did I miss? Oh, I was going to say, I feel like I'm going to say something that's possibly controversial, but something. Get ready to cancel me.
I'm ready.
I think that we are going to look back on this time. I think we're going to move out of this time, and I think we're all going to be a little sad about it, because I think it's. I think there's just this, like, I think we sort of, as humans, I do think we love a little bit of drama, and I don't mean like I'm not. I don't mean negative. I don't mean that negatively, but I think there's something that's so unifying about this, that there's this real positive thing that's happening. Where, I mean, I know there's still divisive stuff happening, but like, I don't know. I feel like we're gonna be like, I don't like. I hate to make the comparison, but it's a very easy one to make because it's one of the only other big things. But I do feel like there's that time. Like, of course, we wish that September 11th hadn't happened, but we sort of do look back on that time, and like everybody still has the story of where they were, and people still want to tell that story. Like, there's something a little bit intoxicating, I feel like, for everybody. And the beer that we're drinking,
literally and figuratively.
Literally and figuratively. I just feel like there's something that's so, I don't know, that there's like, we're going to move out of this time and we're going to just spend a lot of time talking about this time.
Yes, I think that's very true.
We miss it in a weird way. It's so hard. I'm not trying to diminish how hard it is.
No, they're also going to straight up define
a
lot. Like, because this is not going to be like, oh, remember that month when we all had to stay home?
Yeah,
this is going to be prolonged.
Remember that whole year?
Remember, this is going to be.
Yeah, I can't homeschool anymore, guys. I feel like I need to let school just adjourn early because I can't. It's like I don't think I can keep
this up. School are there?
For my daughter, there are 4, 5, 6 weeks for her and 7 weeks for my son.
But you're not counting the fall, Brienne.
I know. I'm not counting that either. I'm holding out hope.
No, there's no way. Let me tell you something. You better hope that we're not back in school in September, because if we are, we're going to re-quarantine in October. Yeah, and I think going back into this is going to be harder.
That's the thing is like, and I will say, like, to Gavin Newsom's credit, he's been very honest.
Yeah,
like, that's what I have appreciated about. Well, I've appreciated many things about his leadership, but and that gorgeous head of hair. But he has been very honest about being like, look, this is not, the analogy he uses is the light switch. This is not going to be flip it on, flip it off. It's like a dimmer. We're going to go back out. We're going to try it. And then we're going to have to come back in. And we're going to, and that I agree. If we had a date, if it was like, and I'm not talking about May 15th, right? If we knew that it's like, hunker down. And I get why they can't, because if they did, people would freak out. They would freak out. They would.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, like, because
to set a date, what they would have to do is err on the side of extreme caution. So they would say, okay, it's March 2021. And then people would freak out.
Right.
Yeah.
Right.
Exactly.
And then they would straight up be like, I'm not doing that.
Right.
I know,
right.
Yeah.
Exactly. Then it's complicated. But yeah, I do agree with what you're saying, Kate. Like, I think going out and then coming back in is going to be really hard.
I think that going back in, like, once we've like retasted that, like, I just feel like I was at the beginning of this all, like, I'd go to the grocery store and like have my mask and my gloves, and I'd be like so shook by what I was seeing, and I'd always come back sort of in a state. And now it's just sort of like it's the new normal. I've adjusted to it, and like if I get to leave again, and then I'm back in jail, not gonna work.
Yeah,
I know it's hard.
Yeah, my
computer's going dead. I'm so sorry.
Oh no, it's okay.
Brienne, could you have your husband just real quickly?
Yes. The one thing that I think is positive is the antibody tests that they have out of Santa Clara, and I'm hopeful for those, but I don't know, like, I know that has to go through peer review, and to be really, what that means is like they've done a test of people that have for sure had it and a test of people that were never for sure that they had it, basically to see like, oh, did you have it? And the majority did and didn't know that they had it. So it's a positive that, hey, people had it and they didn't know.
Sure. But that's also
again, that's a thing that has to be reviewed.
A perfect demonstration of why the social distancing is so important is because there are so many people that have very, very mild or symptoms, or are basically completely asymptomatic, who do have the disease. A voice actress who I've interviewed a number of times. She's worked on some shows and things that I've done after shows for back in the day. Sumali Montana. She posted a thing where it was like kind of the science behind wearing masks, and how it's basically like, it's mostly to protect yourself from spreading it if you don't know you're infected.
That's right.
Also, I heard that it's a reminder to not touch your face.
Yes. It's a reminder for me to not touch my face. So
yeah, I'm always like,
But they're not effective unless when you put it on, you don't take it off until it's time to take it off. And I know people at the grocery store will just like move it to talk or like take it down to show their face for their ID or whatever. And it's like,
I'm not trying to be a jerk, but did y'all see that photo of Ben Affleck with the cigarette?
No.
And his mask pushed up?
I'm about to.
I'm gonna
Get
look this
it
up.
together.
It's like, let me Google real
That's
fast.
I love a Ben Affleck. I'm not trying to drag him, but get it together. He's got this mask.
I'm
pushed
looking
up
at it
here
right
with
now.
a huge beard and a cigarette, and I was like, "Take the mask off! What are you doing?
Oh my God!
You just look insane."
He has the mask on his nose like a beak.
I gotta look this now. I gotta check this out.
I'm rooting for this guy, you guys. I root for Ben Affleck, and then he does stuff like this, and I'm like, when you do this, you make Matt Damon be the better one. So you gotta stop. Gotta stop this foolery.
I mean, it also confirms that more people are smoking.
Which is what I said.
Actually, you know what?
People smoking.
Good callback. Although I don't know if Ben Affleck can blame COVID for his smoking. Yeah, just like
it's like it's like on his eyes.
He looks insane.
Right.
Oh,
you gotta take a page out of that Chris Pine book, you know?
What did he do?
Did Chris Pine do?
Oh no, he just looks great. He's just just like out hiking and got a bandana on.
Example of what you should do.
Sorry, what?
No, Chris, no, I'm saying Ben Affleck
looks hot, like
yeah, he looks hot, like normal.
Oh yeah, just look hot and cool and responsible, like Chris Pine.
Oh my God. He's got to take a page out of Chris Pine's book. What does he need to do? Be hot.
Yeah. Be not a moron. Out in public. Oh, okay.
Yeah, no, we're with you. Yeah, we can get behind that. Yeah.
Go for a hike.
Be hot.
Oh my God. Yeah. Anyway, I figured we're supposed to talk about movie stuff, right? So Ben Affleck, get your life together.
Yeah. This is a movie called Ben Affleck.
Get it together.
You need to find the way back.
Again, I want to be very clear. I like a Ben Affleck. I'm on team Ben Affleck, which is why it's so hard for me to process the fuckery I'm seeing.
Yes.
Too much. I guess it's Schmoedown. We're not supposed to say bad words on Schmoedown anymore, huh?
Sorry. I jumped off with the C word.
Thank you, Sally.
Yeah.
Thank you, Sally.
Kate came in right from the beginning.
Yeah, that is true. I went for it. I had to say the C word because I knew Clarke was 2 minutes away from saying it if I didn't.
It's true. I was gonna pull out my jewels and do something weird.
I was gonna say, since you can't actually hit people with your jewels, you just got to metaphorically hit them with a C word.
That's right. Let everybody know who's boss. Classy. Always.
Clarke,
right.
the boss wolf.
That's right.
Sorry,
Look
Ben.
out.
Sorry.
Well,
Ben.
ladies, I have to close up the show.
Oh, okay.
Oh no, we didn't talk about any of the things you wanted
to talk about.
Well, I mean, we checked our boxes of Schmoedown.
Yeah.
We did that. The rest is just whatever we want to talk about. So there you go. We did it.
Yes.
We really did.
Crushed it.
Yeah, because my kids, here's the thing about Mr. Movies. He won't put them to bed, so I still have to put them to bed.
Oh,
I mean, he will. He's not watching this, hopefully. He will. He will sometimes, but a lot of times he'll just like kind of wait until they're tired, and then they're never tired. And I'm like, okay,
right.
You know what?
Well, and it's, he's far away right now too because he's at Kate's house. Hooking up her computer. So,
so if you could just tell him to take a page out of Chris Pine's book,
right. Be like Chris Pine. Always. Honestly, always. Hey, anyone watching right now, any man watching, just be like Chris Pine.
Just be like Chris Pine. Be hot.
Just in general.
And hike.
Good eyebrows. Go for a hike. Cover your face.
Age well,
Yeah, do plays sometimes.
So let's go around and say wherever you would like to find people find you, not find people, but they find you. Clarke, where can everyone find you?
You can find me at Clarke Wolfe, Clarke with an E, Wolf with an E on Instagram and Twitter. And Brianne, thank you again for inviting me. This was very fun.
Yes, thanks for showing up. Thanks for being here. Thanks for Rufus.
I know,
Kate.
Rufus. Yes.
Where can the lovely
my
people find
address is 10 where can people find me? Burbank, California. I am at Katest Mom Ever on Instagram and Twitter, and Brett Sheridan and I are developing a show right now on SEN. On the $10 Patreon tier is where you can have access to that.
Paywall. What?
Yep.
Emma Fyffe.
Yeah, I am all over the internet at my name, Emma Fyffe. You can see it on your screens right now. That's where you can find me, Twitter, Instagram. Also, you can find me on my Twitch channel on Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, streaming video games, hanging out, noon to 3 o'clock plus. It's a good old time, so come hang out, twitch.tv/Emma Fyffe. And then also on Wednesdays on the newly created Schmoedown Twitch channel, that's twitch.tv/the Schmoedown, 12:30 p.m. Pacific time, Pacific Daylight Time, by the way. All those people yelling standard time at you are wrong. It's daylight time. Anyway.
PDT, you're right.
PDT.
Yeah. PDT.
Man, I've been doing it wrong.
Even though I'm pretty sure that there was actually a Twitter post and an Instagram story about this Twitch channel that published PST, and I'm like, no one sent that to me for copy approval, because I would have said no. Anyway, yeah, we're playing Trivia Murder Party 2 on Jackbox Games. Come play with us. Right now, you have to be a Schmoedown patron in order to potentially play in the game, because we are only dropping the room codes for our games in our private Discord server. But yeah, please come hang out. It's a lot of fun. I'm the host. Last week we had Video Drew, Tom Dagnino, and the Barbarian, and it was a freaking blast.
Nice.
Yeah,
I want to play sometime.
Tom
yeah,
Dagnino
you should be on. Yeah, you should be on the show, Brianne. You'd be great. Any of you would be amazing.
I will come
Tom
on.
Dagnino is the polar opposite of Clarke Wolfe. That's all I'm
And yet I love Tom Dagnino.
I could not love him more.
So very much.
Oh yeah. Well, and that I think was honestly the most fun part about the show was like, because we streamed for quite a long time. We streamed for 2 hours, but like as the show went on, I feel like more of mine and Tom's real life friendship kind of started to shine through. I mean, Tom's character is adjacent to who Tom is as a person. But yeah, it was really fun as we went on.
I love Bob Finstock too. I have to say,
he had the Finstock mask on. Yeah.
Once I got Finstock, because the first time I didn't know what I was getting into, did not appreciate that. Then I got it and I was like, oh my God, so great. Yeah. So now I'm a fan for life. Fan for life.
Speaking of Tom, he's going to be on this show next week, next Friday, with Mark Riley, Ben Bateman, and Andrew Guy. So we'll be holding it down.
A lot of dudes.
A lot of dudes.
Also,
and me.
King's Portal in the chat. You're wrong. It's not Eastern Standard Time. There is the only place that is on Standard Time right now are places that don't observe daylight savings time.
Oh.
It's Eastern Daylight Time and Pacific Daylight Time. Arizona is fine.
Oh man.
I'm learning things. Thank you.
Gonna come for you.
You guys can find me on Instagram, miss_movies. That's pretty much it. And on this channel. And those are all the places. And thank you all for joining us today. And unlike Mean Girls, you can sit with us. We will see you next time.